Hello, welcome to yesterday's project. Today I'm going to be doing 97 plus seats in a Jeep Comanche pickup. I've done the 97 plus dash swap, so this is nice because it finishes out the interior. In addition to that, these seats are much more comfortable than the original Comanche seats, which I'll show you in a minute, but those Comanche seats basically is just foam on a metal pan, and this has springs and things underneath to allow some more cushion and spring. If you look here, I have set up some marks, and that was where my original Cherokee seat sat. So I knew the height and could kind of match everything up to the Cherokee seat, to the Comanche seat that was in here to get the angle. Because I had to do some modifications because this floor pan is different on a Jeep Comanche, so these seats did not simply bolt right in. I'm actually using the Jeep Comanche brackets, and I just simply modified the brackets to fit to the seat, and they go forward and back. And in addition, these have the flip forward on here. So I will link in the description and at the end of the video. I've got a video on how to do this. I didn't use two-door XJ seats. These are four-door XJ seats, and this mechanism is actually out of a Wrangler TJ, which is much easier to find than a two-door XJ. So these seats were able to be built, and then I've got full access to the back. And it gives me kind of a factory look. Plus these seats are way more comfortable and in a lot better shape than the Comanche seats were. So stay tuned and I'll show you how I did this. Okay, so this is the original Comanche bucket, and I made some tape lines. This kind of gives me a reference of where this seat sits, so when I put in the new style seat, I can get it kind of close. You can see here on the seat brackets just how far up this bracket is on the floor pan, and it's right about somewhere in here that the floor pan really takes a turn up and differs from the XJ. So that's part of the problem, is once you put that XJ seat in, it's going to sit way high on the back, which I'll show you in a minute. So yeah, I've kind of marked everything. I took a few measurements from the back, from the front, and we'll test fit the new seat in here. The other question is, other than looks, why am I even bothering with these seats? You know, it'll complete my 97 swap, other than the fact that my seat tracks are a little different. But the main thing is, these seats, you know, they're fine, but there's essentially a metal pan. Okay, just under this foam, it's a metal pan, and then there's foam. So you've got, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches of just foam in a metal pan, and this foam kind of wears out over time. And so when you sit on these for a long time and you're bouncing around and everything else, that metal pan's right under there, and it's a little bit rough. The thing about these is this has springs in here, and it's got this essentially suspension where you're suspended from springs. It's hollow in the middle, and I'm still, even with the seat track being in the middle, okay, with the mounts and everything, I'm going to have several inches of airspace in here. So you've got several inches of foam, but then you've got these springs. So essentially, in a way, this is a suspension seat, because you are actually in this kind of hammock here, suspended, floating. So when you get bouncing around, okay, basically like the difference between just sitting on a chunk of foam or sitting on a foam with a nice box spring underneath. So these seats, I've ridden long trips in both, and these seats are pretty darn comfortable without spending a bunch of money on some expensive aftermarket seat. And then hopefully with my mounting, if I wanted, I could go to like a WJ or a ZJ, something like that. But they're all essentially the same, and they're pretty comfortable. So now, if I wanted to use this seat, I could weld the front mount on and use this seat. However, the problem I have is it fits perfect, but it's after I cut the brackets off the rear. So this thing's basically sitting on the floor, and I had to cut these off. So if they're on, the seat just sits funny. So the only way I could get this to fit right is I had to actually cut the bracket off so the seat would sit lower. All right, so I just wanted to show this is if I just put a 98 seat in here. Okay, you can order the brackets aftermarket. Now, by the time you put the bracket, these would probably sit about this height, maybe just a little bit higher. But here you can see just how high the rear bracket is, and what the deal is right about here. Okay, pretty close to where this bar I've got is where the floor pan starts to tip upward. So let me go underneath and I'll show you. Okay, on a Jeep XJ, yeah, that shows up. On a Jeep XJ, the floor pan is going to be flat, and right here, okay, this thing starts to go up, and you can see I got this bar here, and that's right where it starts to tip up. So our bracket's here, roughly an inch or so higher. Plus there's the deal on top, the frame rail there. So the rear of this seat, okay, see there's the bar, and you can see how far back the bracket is, where it would be. Which means this is at least an inch or more higher than on a Cherokee. So if you kind of look, the seat's pretty flat. It really should be, you know, tipped a little bit. And notice our tape line is, you know, kind of way down there. So compared to the Comanche seat, this thing's sitting flat, not angled, so it's really not that comfortable, and it's probably at least 2 inches or so higher, which it creates an issue because you're not leaned back, you're sitting more upright, and so the amount of clearance I have between the ceiling is pretty minimal. So really the only option is to either cut the brackets and drop this thing right down, or mount this on the original Jeep Comanche seat brackets, which is what I'm gonna attempt to do. That way I don't have to mess with the carpet, the mounts, anything. So what I'm gonna do here is modify this seat to fit on the original Comanche seat brackets. So, and I'll show you how that's done. All right, so if I look here, these initial mounts, I've got roughly 12 inches or so to work with. I can go from here to here. I'll probably have to cut these. And so I just want to set this seat in, and right here, that's about 12 or so. And I actually used this back mount here because the front, if I look at this other seat, I see how far it is from the front, a couple inches, and this one's really close. So we'll see. I'll put this in and fit it. Okay, so just wanted to show you in here. This is roughly, it'd be just a little bit over, but this is roughly how the XJ seat bracket would sit. And the cross member would be under here. And here's the Comanche one. And in the front, about the same, the height, and right here, the height, okay, maybe a 1/2 inch to 1 inch difference. But in the rear, you can just see how much different that is. This is, you know, probably a couple inches lower than the Cherokee one. The other thing to note is with these being narrow, you can get to the bolts here on the outside. I would have liked to use these slides, but when I mount these slides up, first off, the handle goes in the center, which is where this bracket is. So I would have to make new mounts that came down and over to these bolts if I were going to use that. And then in the back here, I can't just extend this out. I would have to essentially have a bracket, and you can see the slide goes in this area, so it would have to come down from the side, curve around, and go over to this bolt. And then how exactly do you get to the bolt under the seat, because the slide would be here. So I did brainstorm, but I just really couldn't come up with a good way to use these brackets, because I could have just cut the rivets, took these mounts off, and attempted to mount them up here. Seems like the easiest way is just use my slider. I'll put a metal bar across and just bolt that to the seat. So, but I wanted to show you for comparison just how much taller these slides are. So you'll really be sitting up pretty high if you just try to put these in. It works, but for somebody that's, you know, over 5'7" or anything like that, you're going to be sitting pretty close to the roof. So, okay, so here's my seat mount. I wanted to kind of show it before I clean it up and paint it. Now there was the original track, and then what I've done is, for reference, this is a Cherokee seat mount, and I've set it here. This is about where the bar would go across in front. That's about the height that this would sit at when it's bolted on the bar. And you can see now I used the back hole on the seat. There was a further up one, and I probably could have used that. I thought I was going to run out of track. But even if it was here, the front sits just slightly lower. Not a bunch. But that's fine, because I really wasn't concerned with where the front was height-wise for like a Cherokee. But it's hard to see in here, but the floor really kind of angles up. And in the back, if I would have set a Cherokee mount on here, you can see how much higher this Cherokee mount sets with the floor. And I kind of took some measurements in my Cherokee from the when the seat's sitting here, from the seat bottom up to the ceiling and things like that. And this is actually pretty close to how this mount would sit in a Cherokee. Okay, because the floor is pretty flat. It's going to kind of sit at a pretty similar angle. But I would have had to cut this mount or something, and I just wanted to use the stock mounts on the Comanche, so I was able to replicate that Cherokee angle. Now on these bars, this is what I had, was some 1-inch square tube, and I chose to use that because if you look, some of these studs, okay, line up right where the seat track is. And so I couldn't put a bolt down, because then it wouldn't go forward and backward. So I needed to use some sort of stud on there, and this one again is pretty close. So I would have had to either weld a stud directly on the seat track and then attempt to get this one out in space here at the same height. Maybe use some flat bar or something like that. But flat bar, I probably would have had to use at least 1/4 inch or thicker so that this side didn't bend or sag or put some gussets. So this square tube, and I used rectangle back here. And I just felt like it was going to be real strong, real rigid. Arguably, you know, this did cost me an extra ½ inch or so of height. You figure even if I did flat bar, I would have had a ½ inch of flat bar. This is 1 inch square tube. Things would have stacked up, so I would have lost a ½ to 3/4. But this was just real easy to bolt this on the seat, tack it, pull the bracket out, and then kind of finish weld it. And I still got to clean this up and finish it. Why I did a slightly thicker bar in the rear here is because the bracket really didn't come back far enough. Okay, so by doing this wider bar, I was able to get these studs back where they needed to be. I just drilled these holes that way I could stick the bolts through and weld them for doing these studs. So that's how the bracket came out. You know, could have got the seat lower, but this was just the easiest way to do it quick, get something. And this is basically what the height would be in a Cherokee, and seems just fine. I've got plenty of clearance. In fact, when I sat my Cherokee and when I sat in this, I actually seem to have about an inch more head clearance, but that's subjective, right? If I was slouching or whatever else. But yep, so that's my bracket. I'm gonna paint it up, get it in here, and I'll show you a finished version here. And all my angles seem to match up pretty well. Okay, so here we are, finished seat bracket. You know, not too bad, but I wouldn't do this unless you've got a welder and a cutoff wheel. And yeah, you could fabricate this up. Really, it's just the stock bracket with a couple bars across it with some studs, and that's it. I hope this helps you or gives you some ideas if you're trying to put different seats in a Comanche. Hit the like and subscribe, and comment if you got some ideas on this. Thanks.